So when WWE had the live event in Saudi Arabia, live event / pay-per-view, whatever it's called, in Saudi Arabia like 6 months ago, I had a lot of problems with it. And now they're doing it again, and I still have problems with it. So let me explain why. And now it's a huge news story, you know, a big controversy, WWE in Saudi Arabia, because of this whole Khashoggi story, or whatever the fuck his name is, who just got killed. So let me break this down here. First off, I don't really have a problem with WWE going to Saudi Arabia or any other country to put on a show at all, despite what the human rights record of that country may be. I mean, I don't have a problem with WWE going to Africa or, you know, the Middle Eastern countries. I don't have a problem with it. Because, I mean, if they want to put on a show for the people living there, that's fine. It doesn't have to have any relevancy to the country and how corrupt their government is. So that's fine. What I have a problem with is WWE endorsing, you know, the actions of the Saudi Arabian government, or kowtowing to the Saudi Arabian government and their culture. Because our culture here in America is a lot different from the culture in Saudi Arabia. You know, actually here in America, we let women wrestle. We let women participate in entertainment. We let women drive. You know, we actually respect women. But in Saudi Arabia, they obviously don't. So, I mean, if WWE was to go to Saudi Arabia, but women were still allowed to wrestle and shit like that, I wouldn't care. But WWE, being the pussies they are, kowtows to Saudi Arabia, and women aren't allowed to wrestle. So here you got WWE talking about the whole women's revolution, yet they go to a place that doesn't allow their women to wrestle on the pay-per-view. Oh, but it's okay because we're having an all-women's pay-per-view. Yeah, so it's all right, guys. You know, it's all right that they're practicing sexism and shit like that, but, you know, that's okay. You know, just ignore that. And why? Oh, because I was told when I was watching the pay-per-view 6 months ago that Saudi Arabia is making leaps and bounds in the way of sexism and women in entertainment. They're making great progress, guys. You know, they're making great progress. What do you mean they're making great progress? I just watched a pay-per-view where women aren't allowed to wrestle. So not only do you have WWE kowtowing to Saudi Arabia's demands, where they treat women like shit, but then you got WWE talking about how great Saudi Arabia is and how they're making all these advances and shit like that. It's just very disgusting, and it makes me want to throw up. And they shouldn't have gone to Saudi Arabia in the first place. I mean, you're an American company. Have the fucking shows in America. I mean, it's just so complicated now. I mean, if you want to do a one-off, like I said, if you want to go to other parts of the world, that's great. You know, but then it's like, then they have the pay-per-view airing at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's like, fine, have it in Saudi Arabia, but then you inconvenience everybody else. You know, it's like, what do you expect me to watch the pay-per-view at 3 o'clock in the morning, or whatever time it's at? It's at, like, I think the last one was at, like, 12 o'clock on a Friday, like noon. Like, most people have shit to do at 12 o'clock on a Friday. So, it just, the whole situation to me is very frustrating. It flies in the face of what's right and decent. Like I said, not saying to women you can't wrestle because you're a female, in my opinion, is about as sexist as you can get. But yeah, WWE goes through with that. And if they're making progress, that's great. Maybe they're better than they were 5 years ago. But to our standards, they're still shit. They're still treating women like shit. Saying you can't wrestle because you're a woman, you can't be on a TV show. Oh my God, you know, the women are showing their legs. Oh my God, they got a little bit of cleavage. Oh my God. Like, okay, maybe by their standards they're making progress, but by our standards, again, they're still treating women like dogs, like animals. So that's all I gotta say about that. You know, it's like people are making a big deal about it now because of the whole Khashoggi thing or whatever. Like, that's not what I'm worried about. I'm more worried about WWE kowtowing and to WWE endorsing Saudi Arabia's actions when it comes to their sexism and other human rights violations. So, and you know, it's funny because nobody talked about that before, but now over this whole Kashigi thing people are talking about it. Like I said, to wrap it up, I don't have a problem with WWE going to countries that don't treat their citizens right, that are corrupt. But I do have a problem with this. So there you go, people. There's my thoughts on that.